Hey, welcome to Tiny Mike Micro News. I'm your host, Lindsay, and y'all, I'm about to be on location in North Carolina eating some of that good home cooking. I haven't been home in 6 months, and I haven't seen my family in 6 months, and I could not be more excited to eat some of my mama's food. You guys know how when you go back to a place that was meaningful or defining for you, it can bring up a lot of feelings about a million different things, like past relationships, your family, old friendships, the relationship that you had to yourself at one point in time. Most of you probably know that breaking up is hard to do, and moving on can be even harder. It's been my experience that the fear of losing a connection can defy all logic or reason because our true nature as human beings is companionship and community. So we can sometimes cling to things that have expired. And I've come to understand that the language of the hurt and violent is extreme self-righteousness. I've been embarrassingly and painfully self-righteous. Well, painful beliefs will do that to you. IMO, any form of extremism, lacks healthy discernment because it's emotionally driven. Let's talk about the forever ongoing us versus them mentality. I'm here to tell you that the ideas and beliefs of us versus them are the support beams within the universal institution of white supremacy and inequity. It is a millennia-long power struggle that keeps us stuck. It's why relationships suck so hard when couples get into that power struggle phase. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I've been trying to write this piece for a while now because I want to talk about our systems of belief. So many of us consciously do not believe that a human being has more or less value because of their race, gender identity, sex, sexual orientation, or physical appearance. Still, unconsciously, we've been culturally conditioned to believe something different. And as most every therapist will tell you, the first step of change is bringing what is unconscious into our consciousness. The racist extremist doesn't just wake up one day and decide that they hate anyone who doesn't look like them. Literally, no one wakes up one day and decides that they just hate a type of person, a group of people, or a race of people. That doesn't happen because it doesn't work like that. It's a slow burn, and people are indoctrinated into these extremist communities. To indoctrinate, to teach a person or a group of people to accept a set of beliefs uncritically. It's not just extremist violence or hate-based ideology that perpetuates inequity. It's mass incarceration, erosion of voting rights, police brutality, the privilege gap, the habit of whiteness, and the repetition of racist practices, no matter how subtle or unconscious, upholds the universal institution of white supremacy. And we all play a role, and we need a place to start. And the place where we start should be a place that we can return to no matter where we are on the journey to radical change. We start with our own unconscious cultural conditioning because belief is the strongest stuff on earth, and it takes wisdom, maturity, healthy discernment, and joy to fuel radical positive change. The month of May is not only Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, it's also Mental Health Awareness Month. Both needed every month, not just the 1 month, but that's a different episode. Right now, what I want to talk about is belief. And I can tell you from my own very personal experience that unconscious racist conditioning is real. I can also tell you that if you spend enough time with someone experiencing psychosis, you will quickly understand just how potent and powerful belief is, no matter how false that belief is. Wherever you fall in the world of politics, religion, education, and human rights, know that the others, those who hold opposing views, have a right to their opinions, thoughts, and beliefs. We all have a right to our beliefs, no matter how false, no matter how rooted in unchecked emotion and unquestioned logic they may be. The call to action is to get still, to rest, to look within, to question our own conscious and unconscious belief systems. How can you know that something is absolutely true? Can we find the places where we've diverted from our truest nature? Can we sit with the possibility that we are not living in alignment with our own nature? Can we let ourselves down easy when we break up with the misaligned person we think we are? True equality cannot be achieved in a world that unconsciously believes that one person is inherently more valuable than another. Now remember, there is no voice too small to be heard. Keep your ears open, keep your heart open, and we'll see you next time on Tiny Mike Micro News.